Seriously, no tech skills required to create a simple matching game. All you need is Canva. So let's get started. Let's create this game that you can use today. So open up Canva and we're going to create a presentation. We just need a blank presentation. Perfect. Now, cards or a matching game. If you think of a physical matching game, you have cards and you are flipping them over. We do have to tweak things for a digital matching game. We're going to have our matches here on this board. So to do that, we're going to create a table. So I'm going to go over to Elements. If I scroll down, there's my table. And I just need to adjust it. These are going to be my cards. Let's see. I have a 4x3. So I have 12 cards, which is an even number. So I will have 6 matches. I'm going to, let's just click on it again. We're going to make it a little bolder. This button right here, border weight 7. 8. That looks pretty good. Okay, these are our individual cards. Now we're ready to put in your information. And if you think about it, anything can be matched. Matching games are so versatile in what you match. Vocab words and definitions, math equations and answers. Picture to matching the word in a target language, matching the name of the picture, matching the beginning sound of the picture, matching the spelling a word to what the picture is. Let's see, I said vocab, like really anything can be matched. So let's just put a couple examples in here. So I'm going to click on my keyboard. I just clicked T for text box and it popped that right up in here. I'm going to put in a word. Maybe we're going over some words from a book, some vocab words. Happy. Let's actually do this one for an opposite. We're going to match opposites. So I have the word happy. I love, love, love adding pictures to anything and everything. Canva makes it super easy to add in those. Okay. And then this match will be opposite. So I'm going to duplicate that because it is the same font, same size, same style. Oh my word. There we go. Scoot that over. And then I'm also going to add a sad picture. Also, I have a couple SEL teachers using my game templates. So I'm thinking of like extending this. So yes, we're matching opposites, happy, sad. And then how can we extend that? Make it even more of a teaching moment. Have your students talk about it. What makes them happy? How do they feel when they're happy? What makes them sad? How do they know when someone else is sad? Like use this again as a teaching moment. Build on this game. We're making it fun. We're making it engaging. But how can we build upon what we're doing and getting that discussion going? Okay, we have a 3 times 4 equals. I could match it to an array of 3 times 4 for sake of easiness. We're going to match it 12 here. And let's have a question where we're matching a target letter or word with a target language. So we have a word red. What is that in Spanish? And then we can add a picture of something red. So that's our match. English word to Spanish word. Well, you could match rhyming words, words that have the same vowel pattern. And then for our last word, we're going to have a science term, a science of vocab word, and then a picture of whatever that word is. I really hope I gave you lots of ideas of different ways you can use a matching game for your subject. And then we have this science definition right here. And again, I can have a little like picture of it. Let's see what pops up. Science. Okay, we have our matching game and all of our terms are in here. We're ready for our next step. Before we move on, these are easily movable. I don't want this to happen. So I'm going to highlight all of this. I like just to kind of group them together. And then I am going to lock it down so I cannot accidentally move it. Oh, see how I moved that? Let's lock that one down too. Click on this. Oh, this lock button popped up down here at the bottom. Sometimes it's at the top. Next, we're going to cover these. So I'm going to click R on my keyboard and I get this shape rectangle. I'm going to cover every single square. Now, I like and have found easiest when I number these. I've done both where I've numbered them, have them all different colors. You can do it whichever way you want. Okay, we just want this number bigger so we can see it. Much bigger. 120, that's too big. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I'm going to create one square first, and I'm going to format it exactly how I want it to. There we are. We're going to add a border. Perfect. And then we're going to duplicate this. So duplicate and move this one over here. Duplicate. There's our third one. And then all you have to do is change this number to, 3. And then I'm going to highlight all 3. Duplicate again so I can cover them just a little faster. And then you just finish adding in those numbers. These numbers are for students. When they are picking their cards, they're going to tell you what number they want. 8, 9. So they can say, I want to turn over card number 10, card number 2. Our matching game is complete. So how can we play this game? I'm going to pull this Canva game up, and in Zoom, I'm going to share a portion of my screen. If you're not sure how to do that, watch this video up here. Sharing a portion of my screen allows me to have full access to what you are seeing right now, but my students will only see the game and not be distracted with everything else on Canva. Only the game. So present this game to your students. We're going to play a matching game today, and I'm super excited to practice whatever you're practicing. So to play, your students can be on teams. Split your group into two teams, or if you have a smaller class, they could be students versus teacher. And in your tutoring classes, you can have student versus teacher, or you can just work on the matching game together. Okay, so let's play matching game. You will get to pick 2 numbers. I will reveal the card and we'll see if it is a match. Whenever we reveal under it, if it is a question, we do have to answer that question. That math problem, vocab word, we can talk about it. If we see a definition, I think maybe that be the vocab word, not the one that we uncovered, but it might mean this. Just get your students talking about it to get that engagement up. Because it's already fun because we brought in the game. It's fun and they're ready to participate it. So let's capitalize on it and really get them talking and learning. So team 1 can go. Show me or give me 2 numbers. So they're going to tell me 6. I am just going to delete it. And 4. Okay, I see a number and I see a word here. Are those a match? Nope, not a match. Talk about it. Why isn't a match? What is a match? What should we be looking for? Okay, and then just click this undo button and it will put them right back. Okay, and then team 2 goes. Team 2 wants number 2 and number 11. Okay, again, talk about it. And at this point, I do have all my students participating, not just the team who answered or got to uncover it. Everyone is participating and answering or practicing these questions. Okay, not a match. Undo, undo. And this time I push Control Z on my keyboard. Okay, let's see if we got a match. If I remembered. Okay, talk about it. Celebrate with your students. Yes, we got a match. And then take your teaching moment. We are all teachers. You guys know what to do here. Take that extension. Okay, And we're just gonna keep going until all of these squares are uncovered and all the matches are found. And the best part, students love playing because to them it is a game. They are having fun, and now they're not really realizing how much they're learning, how much they are discussing with you, how many math problems they're solving because they're having fun. They are willing to put in all the work because now you have just made it super fun with your very own matching game. Really, this one we created really great for younger students. For older students, you can add more matches, more questions. If it's a review game and the goal is to be fast, put on a timer. Can you find all these matches in 2 minutes? And if you would like to save even more time from creating your own digital game, I do have a pack of free digital game templates down below in that description box, ready for you to edit, ready for you to grab, add in your own teaching content, teaching material, or practicing, and in 20 minutes you are ready to use the game in your classroom. Comment below done if you created this matching game with me, and please let me know how it goes in your classroom. Click this next video and I'll share with you the biggest mistakes Outschool teachers make when teaching with digital games and how to avoid them. So you don't want to miss this one. Click that video on your screen and I'll see you there.